This handbag costs $5,000, while this one costs just $200. They were made in the same factory by the same workers with nearly identical materials. So why does one cost 25 times more? Because we've been sold a story. It's a carefully crafted illusion that luxury brands spend billions to protect. Fashion is only the surface, because the real game is about power. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a designer label the same way again, because we're decoding the genius strategy behind how luxury brands convince you to pay 10 times more and why millions happily do it.
China manufactures a vast majority of luxury goods, sometimes legally, sometimes questionably, but always quietly. But now, those Chinese factories are speaking up, and that too on TikTok.
In fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China.
Want to know who's the Chinese factory behind Nike, Adidas, Fila, and UGG?
In 1983, Hermes released a bag so exclusive it didn't even appear in advertisements. No hoardings, no flashy campaigns, and yet it became one of the most desired bags in the world. The Birkin bag. By releasing only a few pieces, brands like Hermes create perceived exclusivity, which instantly makes the product more desirable and expensive. Even if you walk into an Hermes store with 10 lakh rupees in your hand, chances are you won't be able to buy one.
I've completely stopped buying from ultra luxury brands like Hermes and LV and all that. Like to go to a shop where they're marking up a product 1:1,000 times and then saying you can't buy this product until you build a relationship with us, get on a list, do all of these hoops that you have to jump through. It's not because they can't manufacture more of that. They can go make a million of those bags and stuff.
It's a simple psychological trick. If everyone can have it, it's no longer special. Scarcity is not a supply problem, it's a marketing feature. While traditional businesses focus on accessibility, luxury brands focus on aspiration.
I have been collecting these bags for a minute. They're also a great investment.
According to this article by Business Insider, Birkin's value rose by about 14.2% on average between 1980 and 2015, while the value of gold rose by only about 2% on average over the 35 years. That's how powerful brand perception can be. But maintaining that perception comes at a hidden cost. At the end of each season, luxury brands often destroy their unused items instead of reselling them at a lower price.
They slash them up so you can't, I guess, resell them or try to return them or something for money.
Some brands even burn millions of dollars worth of unsold merchandise just to protect their brand's prestige. And the real cost of exclusivity? Massive waste. In 2016, Supreme, a streetwear brand, released a brick. Yes, an actual red clay brick with their logo stamped on it.
There it is. It's a brick that says Supreme on it. It weighs about 8 pounds. Got some really great construction to it, a little bit porous on this side.
The retail price was just $30, but the resale price was over $1,000. And you know what the interesting thing is? It sold out in seconds. No features, no tag, no use, just a brick with a name on it. You're not buying a Rolex just to know the time, you're buying what it represents. A Rolex says, "I've made it." It symbolizes wealth and achievement. They sponsor deep-sea divers, tennis legends, and mountaineers because they shape perception. They are curating a story of elite success, resilience, and heritage. They don't just market bags or watches. They market status, legacy, and most of all, dreams. Louis Vuitton won't tell you buy this bag. They'll tell you become part of a 150-year-old legacy of a Parisian elegance. The brand focuses on its rich history, craftsmanship, and timeless sophistication to create an emotional connection with consumers, making ownership feel like joining a prestigious tradition. That's why luxury ads feel more like a short film rather than commercials. They're not trying to sell you a product. They're trying to sell you a fantasy. These are mega corporations. They're not stitching your $1,200 sneakers in a quiet Parisian workshop. They're allegedly mass producing them, often in the same factories used by mid-range brands. Same assembly lines, similar materials, just a different label. And yet the price tag is 8 to 12 times more than what it actually costs to make them.
Dior actually has a 4,800% markup on their products, and Armani buys their bags for around 90 euros and sells it for 1,800 euros.
Because here's the trick, if it doesn't cost more, it doesn't feel exclusive. So they raise the price not because they have to, but because they can. People don't buy products, they buy better version of themselves. And as long as the brand story is strong enough, you'll pay for it gladly. And luxury brands have mastered that story better than anyone. But here's the irony. It's not the billionaires or old money elites buying most luxury products. It's the middle class. People who want to look rich, not necessarily people who are. Because for the truly wealthy, luxury is casual. They don't need logos to prove their worth. When was the last time you saw Warren Buffett flaunting Gucci, or Jeff Bezos dripping in Dior, Elon Musk in Balenciaga? Exactly, you don't. Because real wealth doesn't need to scream. Even Mark Zuckerberg wears the same grey t-shirt every day. It's from Brunello Cucinelli. It's an Italian quite luxury brand. But the aspirational middle class wants to show that they've made it. And mostly by spending months of their salary just to afford a luxury belt, a handbag or sneakers. Using EMIs, credit cards like buy now, pay later. According to a report by the Journal of Business Research, in China, the world's second largest luxury market, the post-90s generation accounts for 50% of the luxury consumer group and contributes 47% of the market size in China, many of whom are students or fresh graduates with little savings, even if it means going into debt just to afford luxury. And it's not just China. Across the globe, the psychology is the same. When your social circle values external status, luxury becomes a way to earn approval even if it's financially irresponsible. And that's the quiet trap so many fall into. When a brand name matters more than living a good life, you have to wonder who's really in control. Because if you need to impress others at the cost of your peace, your savings, or your identity, was it ever luxury in the first place? Real power isn't in what brand you wear, it's in knowing you don't have to prove anything at all. Real wealth doesn't ask for attention. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care and keep learning. Bye bye.